Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 1st to the 15th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my websites, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. They're listed in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo, let us see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Fantastic, Leo. Okay. Just give me a moment to center and take it all in. All right. At the heart of the first half of September is the Four of Cups. So we've been looking at things one certain way, and this is going to be a time where God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, kind of like smacks us upside the head and says, hey, look over there, look over there. So we're going to be annoyed. We are. It's going to be like, no, this is what I have to do. This is how I'm going to have to do it. And Spirit is going to pull you in a different direction, which at first seems really, really annoying, but winds up being the key to so many things and has you changing the way that you've looked at what you're going after. It brings you a lot of answers. It brings you a lot of also fulfillment. And it's going to be something where you're sitting there and you're like, no, but it has to be like this. And Spirit is going to take you out of that comfort zone of thought and put, kind of like this new idea, this new kind of passion in your heart that moves it in a different way. Like emotionally, you're like, I have to do this. Like, right, this is what's right to do. I have to do this. And it might not be something you want to do. It's most definitely not something you want to do. But like in your heart, you're like, oh man, I have to help this. I have to help this person. I have to work on this. I have to, do X, Y, Z because it's what's right. And that's going to open up doors for you. It really is. You might not know it right away, but it does. It moves us then to the challenge. Now, this is the Ace of Pentacles. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift of wealth, prosperity, success, bounty, and what you value as much as money. So why this is a challenge here is that we can have the sense within us, because this is a general reading. This will be true for some and not for others, right? Take what resonates and leave the rest. But with the Ace of Pentacles, there can be the sense of, I'm only allowed to be so wealthy, or I'm only allowed to be so prosperous. And then like sabotage comes in, right? Then things fall apart. What you're going to see here is that you're looking at prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, really leading you forward and really embracing your wealth, what you value as much as money, calling in your wealth, letting yourself accept being very, very, very successful. So here, there's a blockage around that. It can be because we had money issues in the past. It can be that somebody used money and wealth and power against us, like as a, like, you know, you will do what I say, or I have all the power because I have all the money type of thing. And so it gave us this bad relationship with money. Now we're reclaiming our prosperity and our success, and we're freeing ourselves from any negativity associated with wealth and what we value as much as money. It moves us then to where we need to focus during this time. This is the Knight of Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you have air sign energy in your chart, if you have air sign energy in your life, this comes through very powerfully. This is also my White Knight card. So I always think of this as Prince Philip in Sleeping Beauty, where he comes, he slays the dragon, right? He cuts through the thorns, and he ascends the tower and awakens the princess. And I see that as kind of like the parable for our lives. We have to slay the dragons, the things that we fear, the things that overwhelm us, right? We cut through the brambles, the poison of existence, and the way the world tries to bring us down and to, you know, harm us from success or keep us from success. And then we ascend. We ascend energetically, we ascend, you know, spiritually, knowledgeably, and we awaken the sacred feminine within us, or we awaken that part within us that has been sleeping for way too long. And so here, with the power of the mind, the Knight of Swords, we are going to see ourselves really moving forward as the heroes of our stories. But we're also puzzling things out. We're looking at things differently. We have a very keen mind, a very, you know, intense way of seeing things, a way of moving things forward, figuring things out. And as long as we move forward in love, as long as we do no harm, right? We move forward gently on this earth, compassionately, lovingly. We let that energy flow within us. And we start to open up to new ideas, to new ways of success and prosperity. It moves us then to the energy that is now leaving. And this is the Two of Pentacles. We've had to juggle, Leo. We've had to juggle quite a bit. And we can have felt overwhelmed and emotionally like everything could have been chaos around us, but we still had to juggle everything. We still had to keep everything going. Now, we might have juggled well, and some of us might not have. You know, it all depends what lessons we are learning at that time, where we are in our journey of life and existence. But now the intense need to juggle, to, you know, balance this and balance that is calming down. So that is a very good thing, meaning that we feel like we don't have to focus on juggling. You know, when you're learning how to do something, you have to focus on it a lot. Well, once you get that skill down, then it's like, oh, I don't have to focus on this as much. It doesn't need all my time and all my attention. And that's what I'm seeing here. It moves us then to our strength, which is the Three of Swords. And that is an interesting strength because the Three of Swords is heartbreak and pain and disappointment, but it is healing. And that is our strength during this time, Leo, is that we have been through heartbreaks, and we have been through pains, and we have been through disappointments, and we have been through being overwhelmed. And now we are releasing. We're like, you know what? That can define me for the rest of my life, but I don't want that to. I don't want that situation, that person, that event to be my existence. And now I release, like I cognitively, I mentally look at things, knowledgeably look at things, and I set myself free. Like I let myself start to heal or continue to heal, and I am empowered because now I know more. Maybe I never wanted this knowledge, right? But now I know more than I ever had before. And it brings us then to the two, so your strength is recognizing the pain, recognizing the hurt, recognizing the chaos, and then it is healing. That is your near future, which is the Two of Cups. It is healing, it is love, it is connection, it is grounding, it is deeper understanding, and that is going to be very powerful for us, and that is very prosperous for us. So this is a time of healing and of nurturing. And Leo, we might kind of rebel against that because we want things to be more kind of action-oriented, but think of yourself right now as a beautiful cat, right? You're represented by the lion. You could be a lion. You could be just a beautiful cat. I like black cats, of course, right? Totally on brand. But you could just be curled up on the windowsill, taking in the nice, warm, healing rays of the sun. You are ruled by the sun. So the sun is very healing to you. It is very powerful to you. Of course, wear sunscreen, all that. But here, with the Two of Cups, it is letting yourself heal and be powerful, like letting yourself know your power, know your authority of being, but letting yourself soak in the healing energy of the earth and the healing power of existence. And this is going to be a time where you can see love blossoming around you, where you can see things kind of falling into alignment, where you're looking at the world and you're saying, I'm finding my space and my place. I'm finding my way forward. And I'm really embracing my heart and my soul. And it moves us then to the advice. And that's the Three of Cups. This is community, right? This is friends and family and joy and laughter. It's one of the happiest cards in the deck. It is just a time of beauty, of joy, of connection, of, really opening up your heart, your soul, and yourself. And it's all the best things. It's surrounding yourself with all the best people. And it's just embracing love. It is simply embracing love and laughter and connection. And it moves us then to the environment. Now, this is the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is interesting because it's facing nightmares. It's facing fears that we have had. And that came into the little analogy of Prince Philip, right? Slaying the dragons. It's the fears that we have, the nightmares that keep us up, the sense of being overwhelmed. This can be a time where we acknowledge things. Like I've learned about myself recently, and I might have said this before and forgotten it because that also happens, where when I'm really, really tired, instead of just going to sleep, I will just scroll endlessly on my phone, like completely zoning out and just be scrolling. I'm not even interested in anything. I'm just scrolling. And that's what I'm doing instead of sleeping because my brain's like, oh no, I just want something interesting. So here can even be acknowledging what frays your mind, right? What frays you, what makes you overwhelmed. For me, not getting enough sleep, right? And what you're doing that is preventing you from being harmonized and imbalanced the way that you need to be, and calling out those things that bring about, nightmares don't have to be literal nightmares. It's just things that keep your body from being harmonized and imbalanced, and things that keep you up at night, even if you're enjoying it, right? You guys all know I love knitting, and sometimes at night I love to put on an audiobook and knit, and I can lose track of time. So setting a timer is a very important thing. Little tricks like this that can keep us balanced and harmonized, that's going to be a very good thing during this time and for ourselves here, Leo. It moves us then to our hopes and our fears. And this is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is celebration. The Six of Wands is passion. It is connection. It is celebration. It is holding your head up high. It's, shoulders back, chin up, taking up space, and really being proud of who you are. We want that for ourselves, most definitely. But we can also fear that. We can also feel overwhelmed by that, or also, be very lured in by people who are taking up space, who are saying, I'm like the cat's meow. I have all the answers. They don't have all the answers. They might have answers to questions that worked for them, but every single person is different. Every single path is different. Harmonizing and embracing the love of our hearts, the gentleness of our spirit, walking forward gently, kindly, and compassionately, that's going to be very important. And then that comes with pride of soul. It comes with connection of self, and also realization of ego that can be holding us back at times. But also the ego is important because we do want to be proud of ourselves, and we do want to take pride in our existence. It moves us then to our outcome, which is the star. The star is Aquarius energy. Time frame is January 20th to February 18th. You might see that this time frame has a significance for you as time passes and we get into this would be the new year, which is astounding. But here with the star, it is embracing your dreams. It is embracing your wishes. It is also like, I always think of when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who you are type of analogy from Disney. I don't know. I'm on a Disney kick right now. Prince Philip, Pinocchio, there we go. But I also love the artwork. It's a sense of things being detailed and beautiful and conveying knowledge. And that's also what I see with the star. Our closest star is the sun. That is what rules us in our solar system. And what you're going to see here is that you're looking at your dreams, you're looking at your wishes, you're looking at your passions, you're looking at what it is that you love for yourself and what it is that you want for yourself. And you're starting to say, it isn't just a dream that I have. It is a reality that I'm making. It doesn't matter how old we are, though we really do, confine ourselves by the time frame of we all should do this at this time and that at that time. We're not tomatoes, right? We don't need to be harvested at one certain time. We can have our harvest come in multiple times and in multiple different ways. So embracing the star, embracing our dreams, embracing our ideas, that's really important for us. It moves us then to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. This is the meadowlark, and it's a smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. And I love when the meadowlark comes up, because she comes up quite a bit. And I would always ponder on that and meditate on that. It's like when you're told to smile, you will soon experience a inner journey of, discovery, or a wonderful journey of inner discovery. It's like, how many times? And Spirit answered every single day. And I was like, what? Every single day, smile. You are discovering yourself anew. You are discovering your passion and what you desire. And sometimes we have radical changes from day to day, and sometimes we have very small changes from day to day. But it opens up our hearts. It aligns us. It has us seeing ourselves openly, honestly, and lovingly. It brings us then to our chakra message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. So we have two here. We have the soul star chakra located 6 inches below our feet, and we have the sacral chakra. So we have nurturing and we have inspiration. We have to nurture our inspiration, nurture being inspired, instead of letting people mock us and say, what are you even talking about? Like, the sky is the sky. But I'm always in awe of it. I'm always in awe of that vastness, just like I'm in awe of the sea. So being inspired, letting ourselves nurture our souls and ourselves like we would small children. Like, you matter, and the nuances and sillinesses of things matter. Letting ourselves embrace our sensual bodies, like our physical bodies, and also letting ourselves embrace our creativity. That is going to be important. Letting ourselves be creative and giving time for the creative space, and also embracing our sensual bodies. That can be seen as, physical, like between two people. I don't know. I want to keep things clean for YouTube, but it is embracing our bodies, right? It is embracing movement. It is embracing, feeling good in our own skin. It's not just for the pleasure of somebody else. It's for the pleasure of ourselves, of existing. So that's going to be important as well. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And this is the 4 of Cups, which is very interesting because we are at the center of the 4 of Cups here. Like, that's the heart of it all, is that Spirit is going to throw us a curveball that's going to have us looking at things quite differently than we are looking at things now. But when Spirit says here, hey, be mindful, we're going to be super stubborn. We're digging our heels in to the way that we think things are supposed to go. And Spirit wants us to know, Leo, that we are going on, like, an adventure. And we have to be open for the changes and power that are coming our way. It brings us to our subconscious spirit message. And this is the grouse. Yes, this is what we were saying. Embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. And that's going to be like in connection with the sacral chakra and nurturing yourself. Like, this sense that movement matters, taking care of your body, moving your body, embracing strength within yourself is going to be very important. It moves us then to our chakra energy. And this is angels and masters. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. And this is knowing that your angels and your spirit guides are right there with you. Their wings are wrapped around you. You are protected. Don't do anything foolish, right? But you are protected and deeply loved, and channeling into that protection and love will be highly beneficial during this time. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that is the 3 of Swords. Even though it is our strength, I love how they are, parallel to each other. Like, there's this sense of the 4 of Cups with the 4 of Cups. Like, be mindful, but this is also your greatest strength. Like, this is also your heart. Be mindful, but this is also your strength, that we can be overcome by the heartbreaks that we have been through, the disappointments that we have been through. It can overpower us. And acknowledging that is important, but not falling into despair, or even if we have fallen into despair, depression, doubt, or fear. It is being aware of it at this time and saying, either I need to reach out. Well, no, it's saying I need to reach out. It's not either I need to reach out. It's reaching out, and it's connection, because we don't have an epidemic of happiness. We don't have people sitting there and going, I love my life so much. I cannot imagine doing anything hurtful or harmful to the world. We have an epidemic of loneliness and of anger. And this is a time of looking at the loneliness in our own hearts, even if it's small, right? Even if we're sitting there saying, ooh, like, that sounds weird, but whatever makes us feel disconnected, and embracing healing with that, embracing healing and embracing connection and community. Because even though we are more connected than ever before, I'm, in New England, living my life and connecting with people all over the world. But here and now, we can also feel so lonely and so separate. So embracing your heart, your soul, yourself is going to be very important, and embracing what you love is going to be very important. It moves us then to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles takes the gift of the Ace of Pentacles. So even though it is our challenge to take this gift, subconsciously we are. And that can be where the dichotomy comes, where we feel like I should be more successful than I am, because subconsciously we're taking this gift and we're nurturing it and we're moving with it. But consciously we are overwhelmed and afraid by it. So just know that prosperity is coming our way. It might not be mansion prosperity, Rolls Royce prosperity, but it is to live a good, gentle, loving life. And that, I think, is worth its weight in gold. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed beginning of September and a blessed life. Bye.